She can't be here. Sure. She says she's your wife. My wife. The woman who tried to ruin me. Now she's at my hospital bed while I'm helpless. Get her out. Please. Get her out before she finishes the job. Well, I'm still here. It's been a rough couple of weeks. But in back home on the farm where I belong, I did have to spend a few days in the hospital. Though, turns out, that's where you end up when someone finds you passed out in a field. I don't remember any of it. 1 minute him checking a fence line. The next him waking up to the steady, annoying beep of a heart monitor. They told me I was unconscious but still breathing, so the ambulance took me straight to the ER. The irony is, I have a do not resuscitate order on file. A lot of good that did me. The doctor, a kid who looked about half my age, explained patiently that since my heart never actually stopped, there was nothing to resuscitate. A technicality, I guess. I've always hated hospitals. The smell of antiseptic trying and failing to cover up something worse. The hum of the fluorescent lights that never turn off. But now, with my diagnosis, I really hate them. It feels like a place you go to have your last bit of dignity stripped away before the end. I'm not dying in a place like that. Not if I can help it. Being home is better, but it's different. The family laid down the law. I can't drive off the farm anymore. Period. They don't even really want me driving the old pickup on the farm. But that's a fight I'm not willing to lose yet. Seeing the sun rise over the east pasture, checking on the herd at sunset. Those are things I'm going to hold on to until I physically can't anymore. The other big change is the new house guests. They're full-time home health care workers. But in my head, I just call them my babysitters. My first instinct was to tell them all to go to hell, that I could manage on my own. But then I saw the look in my kids' eyes. That mix of fear and exhaustion. I realized this was a battle worth fighting. It wasn't really for me. It was for them. So I'm letting it go. My first real memory after the incident is waking up in that hospital bed. The ceiling tiles were stained, and my mouth was as dry as dirt. I saw my family, the twins, Sarah, and Carol all crowded into the little room. Their faces were a mess of relief and worry. They told me I was stable, but the doctors wanted to run more tests. Keep me for observation for the next few days. I was rarely alone. One of my kids or Carol was always in that uncomfortable visitor's chair. Constant, reassuring presence. I thought that having someone watch over me 24/7 was going to be the biggest challenge. I had no idea how wrong I was. The real test came on the one night they all went home to get some real sleep. How do you guys deal with losing this much independence all at once? It feels like I'm a stranger in my own life, and I'm just not sure how to navigate it. I think it was the third night. The family had gone home to crash in their own beds, and Carol had left after making sure I was settled. For the first time, the room was empty except for me. I was drifting in that weird half-sleep you get in hospitals, where you're not really out but not really awake either. The only sounds were the faint glow of the machines and the sterile quiet of the hallway. That's when I heard it, the soft rustle of a coat, the slight scrape of a chair being moved. My eyes snapped open. In the dim light, a figure was sitting in the visitor's chair. My first thought was that Sarah or one of the boys had come back, but the silhouette was wrong. As my eyes adjusted, my stomach dropped. It was Jane. My brain was still foggy, but not that foggy. How the hell did she get in here? There were supposed to be notes, instructions. She must have sweet-talked some new nurse. Played the worried wife card. She was leaning forward, trying to project an image of pure devotion. "Oh, honey, you're awake," she whispered, her voice syrupy and fake. I was so worried. Before I could say anything, she reached out and took my hand. Her thumb started making these slow, deliberate circles on my skin. This was a performance. She was playing the role. But for who? The nurses. Me. It didn't matter. It was all a lie. I pulled my hand away. It wasn't a violent jerk, just a firm retraction. I tucked it under my blanket. The effect was immediate. The soft, concerned look on her face vanished, replaced by a flicker of irritation. Her smile became a tight line. "Don't do that," she said. The sweetness gone, replaced with an edge. "I'm just trying to be here for you." She then launched into the same old script. She was so sorry. She never meant what she said to AP. She was just trying to use him to get what she deserved. The words washed over me, completely meaningless. My first instinct was to argue, to tell her what a piece of work she was. But what was the point? My brain kicked in before my mouth could. What's the goal here? I asked myself. The goal is to get her out. A fight wouldn't accomplish that, so I just stared at the wall opposite my bed. Not engaging was the only move I had. My silence was denying her the reaction she craved, and it was driving her crazy. "Will you just talk to me?" she demanded, her voice rising. "You have to talk to me. I'm still your wife," she was shouting, but she was just loud enough to be noticed. From the hallway, I heard the soft squeak of rubber soles on linoleum getting closer. The door pushed open, and a nurse stepped in, her eyes immediately assessing the scene. Jane leaning forward, practically vibrating with frustration, and me, lying there, silent and still. I was just lying there, completely powerless. All I wanted was for this woman to leave. But I couldn't even make that happen on my own. What are you supposed to do when you're trapped like that, and the one person you need to get away from has you cornered? The nurse was a pro. She gave Jane a polite, plastic smile and said something about needing to do some routine checks. "It'll just be a moment. If you could please wait outside." Ugh. Jane looked like she wanted to argue, but you don't argue with a nurse in her own hospital. As soon as the door clicked shut, the nurse's whole demeanor changed. Her voice dropped. "Are you okay, sir? I saw the note on your chart about your ex-wife." As soon as I heard her voice, relief washed over me so hard I felt my shoulders sag. "Yeah, I'm okay," I said. "She shouldn't be here." My mind was racing, trying to figure out what to do. I couldn't risk this happening again. "Can you do me a favor? Can you call my emergency contacts? My daughter's number should be the first one." She nodded, all business, and left to make the call. About 45 minutes later, the door opened again. It was Sarah and Carol. Jane was back in the room by then, whispering her nonsense. But the moment she saw them, she clammed up. She knew the game was over. I didn't have the energy for confrontation. I just looked at her. "Jane, just go," I said, my voice quiet but firm. "None of the other patients on this floor deserve a scene. For once in your life, stop thinking about yourself and just leave. For a miracle." She listened. She stood up, but before she walked out, she leaned down and gave me a quick peck on the forehead. I flinched, but I let it go. If that was the price for peace, so be it. After she was gone, the apologies started. "Sarah, Carol, my sons, when they heard, they all felt terrible. Honestly, I couldn't be mad at them. They have their own lives. This was on Jane, not them. They immediately made a schedule to ensure I was never alone in that room again. And I'm damn sure Sarah gave the hospital staff a piece of her mind, thanking the nurse who helped while making it clear what would happen if another mistake like that was made. It just proves what I've been realizing. Jane is like a drowning person, flailing ungrabbing at anything that floats. I'm not special to her. I'm just a potential life raft. Speaking of sinking ships, There's an update on AP, his own accounting department, seeing which way the wind was blowing. Essentially handed my daughter a roadmap to all his shady dealings. Nothing criminal, just a guy using every perk and loophole to inflate his own income at the company's expense. When Sarah officially takes the reins, HES looking at about a 60% pay cut once all his tricks are shut down. Apparently, he's pissed. HES been threatening lawsuits, but so far, it's all hot air. His reputation in this town is shot, and I think his lifestyle is about to hit a brick wall at full speed. Through all this, Carol has been a constant. She's been staying over a few nights a week since I got home. I won't lie, I don't mind the company. Maybe she's finally wearing me down. Now that I can't drive, I'm forced to lean on others more, and that's a hard pill to swallow. This is uncharted territory for me. Carol has been right there, driving me to appointments, helping with things around the house, never making me feel like a burden. We just sit close, talking, nothing more. But it's nice. I've spent my whole life being the one people depend on. Now the roles are reversed, and I'm not sure how to handle it. Is it giving up to let someone like Carol in this close? Or is this just what you do when the nature of the fight changes?